Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing this fine Thursday evening? It's 7:30 and it's almost dark here in Donegal. Let's see who's in the chat. First off the mark, we have Brian, Lemington Central Model Railway. Good evening, Brian. Followed by another Brian Madden. How are you doing? And then Anthony Dodge, the model train outsider. President XD Locomotive Shed, good evening. Tom Houston Model Rail, good evening. How was the earthquake? What, 0.9 on the Richter scale, I think it was? I didn't feel anything here. It was up actually in Culdaff. My brother lives up that direction, and I don't think he felt anything either. Who else we got in? Oh, pun time. Here's Simon Train's Model Railway Showcase. How are you doing, Simon? I enjoyed the video the other day you did on filming with G Loves Trains. I thought it was very funny. With what you had on your head. Chris, Valley 56, good evening. Alan's in the house. Alan Reynolds at Buckland Junction. New Model Railway, good evening. Flymo Chairman 1, he's back after all the festivities. I hope the wedding and everything went well. I've seen some photos up on Facebook. Looked like everybody had a great time. Congratulations to the new couple. Joshua W. Fix Gaming, good evening. Hereford Martin, good evening. Graham, Lemington Station. And Graham sat behind his desk rewiring. Ooh. Trevor Veal, good evening. Ross Far Northline, good evening. Ivo Van Zon, good evening. How are you doing? Thank you, Mark. We had a great time. Best weather all summer. Well, that's great. I'm glad it went well. So how's everyone? What's everyone up to this evening? We've got some trains running again. Of course, just as I was about to hit the go live button, didn't one derail, so I had to go and dash over and sort that out. Maybe a couple of seconds late, but hey. Kieran, J94. Good evening, Kieran. How are you doing? Everyone check out Brian's site. If you put the link up for it, Brian, it's been updated last night, I see. Oh, your video will be out this Sunday, Simon. Okay. So hi to anyone who's lurking in the background. You're very welcome to stream. Pop into the chat and say hello. Some juicy stuff is happening in Emmerdale tonight, so I won't be here much tonight. Okay, Joshua. I didn't think Emmerdale was still going. Waiting on the first of 3 of 7 giant boxes of trains to arrive today. Ooh, that's exciting, Anthony. Made all the difference. Bethany was radiant and her son-in-law's best spirits. Yeah. Weather does make a difference. There, Brian's put up the link to the train set shop. I've seen you were asking about anybody who's going to Warley to let you know if they want anything. Have you a way of getting stuff delivered to Warley? Unboxing on the live stream tomorrow? Will there be, Anthony? Clive, Newland Railway. Good evening, Clive. How are you doing? Is Amos still running the wool pack? Oh, that's going back. Yes, Mark, save them on the postage. All right, okay. Excellent. So if anybody's going to the Warley show and they want stuff off the train set shop, let Brian know and he can get it to Warley. If you need any help with that, Warley, obviously I will be on the Inver layout in Warley. So if you need somewhere to deposit stuff for people to pick up, I can help you out with that if need be. I haven't heard that name in years, yeah. So I got my HST class 43 out, dusted off carriages and everything, got it out running. Correction, there are 8 boxes coming. I bought a collection from a terminal friend. Oh, that's terrible. I'm sad to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Anthony. Beverage of choice tonight is Old Hooky. Well, I'm on the usual old Dr. Pepper. Hot dog pilot Andy. Good evening, Andy. How are you doing? I'm not sure if I'll have a video out tomorrow or not. I'm still working on it. It's building the platforms for the layout for Modeller's Corner in Enniskillen, my local model shop. I was just going to put a simple piece of wood in there and paint it grey and be done with it. But then I seen Charlie Chadwick's platform, so I thought I better put a bit of an effort in. So they're not quite as good as Charlie's, and I've had a few setbacks with them. But if I get them finished tonight and I can get the video done out, I'll have a video out as normal, or it may just be late. It may just be out over the weekend sometime. Bang, got your drunken Carl Braun. Hi, Carl. How you doing? I haven't seen you in the chat for a while. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Just sent you a small video of where I am currently. Ooh, hang on. Let me have a look at this. I did see it come up on WhatsApp. Oh, Cat 5. I think I've got the same Netgear switch. So you're actually behind the desk. I was running software updates. I did visit Ashley Down on Monday. That ended at Ashley Down. Yeah, I seen on the news something happened with Ashley Down. There was, sort of one of those flitting headlines I didn't take too much notice of. So we're showing we've got 29 in the chat so far. So don't forget the old thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. If you have any questions, pop them in the chat. Try and keep them railway related. Did anybody see Alan Dragon Junction's latest update video? I think it might have come out today or yesterday. He got a slap on the wrist from YouTube. Which I find quite funny. If anyone had seen the one he put up, Asda or Tesco's, got a slap on the wrist for, I think it was nudity. He's since taken that video down. Let's move that out of the way. So I'll move this camera over so you can see what I'm doing. Hi, Raymond Legs. I don't think I said hello to you. How you doing? Right, so what we've got here is, am I still coming through okay? Because my phone has frozen. Is the platforms are building piece of wood, 18mm ply, covered in various bits of plastic, card, paving sort of effect, stone effect for the sides. And I've had a bit of bother doing the white edging. So I'm just going to do some more. I just find the paint I had some Tamiya paint, which covers quite well, but I must have put some thinners in it. I must have been using it in the airbrush last time I used it. And it was way too thin. And of course it streamed in under the masking tape. So I'm going to have a bit of a mess to sort out when I take this masking tape off. But I find this other, it's just acrylic white paint. I find it just doesn't cover very well. You have to put it on in a couple of coats. Right, okay, my stream has frozen. Says I'm still live. Am I streaming next? Yeah, I will be streaming next Thursday because I leave for Warley on the Friday morning. And I see on the weather, there's a hurricane heading straight for Ireland. Sort of Thursday, Friday next week. Hurricane Kirk has come across the Atlantic and taken a northerly direction towards us. So they're saying it could be a load of red warnings, which if there's red warnings, everything stops. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, I'm heading to Warley next, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. Which reminds me, Anthony, you know, I sent you all those pictures of the wagons and everything I have. If you want any more of them, let me know and I can bring them over. And as Brian said, anybody who's going to Warley, let him know. And you can get the stuff on the train set website up to Warley for you to pick up. So do check that out. So what I must actually do is actually put a link to that website so it's permanently in my about on my videos. So I can just refer people to that to check it out. Let me just go through the chat. Are intercities normally that long? Yes, towards the end of their life, they were, when they first started, they were a 7-coach makeup, but towards their end, they were an 8-coach makeup. So that is an 8-coach Mark III coaches. If you look closely, you will realize they're not some of them aren't the proper Mark III coaches because they got buffers on them. The Mark IIIs on the HST sets didn't have buffers. So if you see any Mark IIIs with buffers, they're actually Mark III A's, I think it is. But what I see with these ones I bought is, because I got a rake of them secondhand, whoever had them actually cut the buffers off some of them. They wouldn't be broken off because it'd be very hard to actually break them off without damaging the coupling. So they've also been cut off to look more like Mark IIIs as opposed to Mark IIIAs. Yeah, I did see a video pop up from Clive that he got burned, some loco missing parts or something. You got burned as well, did you, Raymond? I'm wary of the seller that sold me a Lima loco with missing drive gears, who said the loco ran badly. Only the vibration of the motor caused the loco to move. Ah. Oh, you're going to be at Warley on the Saturday, are you, Brian? Hurricane on my flight day. Yeah, looking at it. So when are you flying out on the Thursday or the Friday, Anthony? Because according to, I looked up windy.com and it shows it's going to go sort of along the south coast of the UK, the northern coast of France on the Friday, I think. But obviously that's over a week away, so anything could happen between now and then. I've been watching that one. Here Comes Winter, yeah. Oh, Ashley Down opened on the 20th of September, right. I say, get the barf bag ready. Oh, I'll catch you in Warley then, Carl. It's good. We catch up and have a chat. Because I think you were at you at the show in April? I think you came up and said hello to me when I was operating the Making Tracks. I actually, when I was operating that, I couldn't talk to anyone because I was just so busy trying to concentrate on not crashing Pete Waterman's trains. Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll be going to the Dublin show as well, Brian. There's a link to the train set shop. Check it out, guys. My sleeping pills. I hate flying when things are good. Yeah, to be honest, I think you're going to be north of where it's predicted to go. Oh, Alan's going to Getz. That's good. Oh, there's Timber Surf. Hi, Timber. How's it going? I had a look on your site, Timber. I couldn't see if you had anything for the shop front. Let me know. Oh, Simon will be at Warley on Sunday. That's good. So I was quite jealous of everybody doing all these meetups with Getz, and I was thinking, oh, I'm going to miss out meeting everyone. I'm just turning the heater down. It's getting a bit warm. Oh, Alan's going to be in the camper van. So you'll be flying out midnight our time. Right, okay. Yeah, it was April, yeah. Don't worry, I gave Pete Rodman the elbow. 24 confirmed attending Getz meetup. Well, good. Jason, Barnum's Junction. Good evening, Jason. How are you doing? anyone who isn't aware, the group has been renamed back to MRYCG. Is that right? Model Railway YouTubers. MRY. I'm terrible with acronyms. Oh, Elizabeth's in the house, Turco 00 Railways. How are you doing? Yeah, MRYCG is back. Oh, you're on holiday this week. We'll send you some pics. Excellent. Thanks, Timber. Yeah, Timber is a mod there. If you want to put up a link up to your site there, Timber. Mark organise a meet at Warley. Yeah, I don't know how many people are going to Warley. Obviously, Anthony's going to be there, I think, the Saturday morning. Like, I'm going to be on the Inver layout. So if anybody wants to pop along and say hello. (156) Andrew, Shortbread Express. Good evening, Andrew. How you doing? Oh, Elizabeth, you had COVID, did you? Hope you're over it now. Model Railway YouTube community group. Yes. MRYCG. Well, as usual, when Jason went live, I think Facebook let me know about an hour later, so I watched it back. Well, my youngest daughter is currently off school with tonsillitis because she had the old cold that was going around that I had, and it turned into tonsillitis. So she's been on antibiotics and steroids the past couple of days. You would have met Rachel because she is the one that accompanies me, and she will be coming to Warley with me to help run the Inver layout. She's on the mend today anyway. She was out of bed, and I think she's planning to go back to school tomorrow because she's got a trip to a college she wants to go and have a look at tomorrow. I did do some work. I actually lifted up this double slip. So I noticed it wasn't quite sitting properly. One of the wires had caught underneath. So there was a bit of a bow in it. So I actually lifted that up, sorted out the wires, and put it back in again. Broke 2 pieces of track doing it. Thankfully, not the double slip. Don't mention COVID to Anthony, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I should be She'll be up and at them next week. So we fly out Friday morning, So I'm there in the afternoon to help set up the show. And then I'll be there all day Saturday and Sunday, and then fly out Monday. And then I'll be at the show in Dublin. I'm not sure which day I'm going down. I'll be there. It's just too expensive to stay in Dublin to try and find a hotel. It's just ridiculous. So I'll just go up and down in the day. So Joyce and I are doing everything to stay healthy. So Mother Nature says, how about a hurricane, fools? No chance for that. Yeah, a lot of people do like the four-way screens because there's usually always a train in one of the screens. But the problem is if somebody's watching on a mobile phone, it can be very, very small. I would say RIP to the Westmorlands Class 323, but most of them have moved to Northern now, have they? LTD, good evening. How you doing? Yeah, the last coal-powered plant shut down on Monday, didn't it? Just realised I'm not looking at all the messages. So yeah, tonight I've got 47 running around in Rail Freight Grey with the red stripe, Class 156 Sprinter unit going around. I have Class 43 HST with a full rake of coaches going around in executive livery. And then we have a 264 British Rail steamer pulling two Pullman coaches with the table lamps, and then the usual Class 57 with the nuclear flasks, and the Class 37 with the car carriers going around on the 6x4. So hopefully I might get a video out tomorrow. If I don't get it out, it'll be out over the weekend on these platforms. It's just I've had issues with them, and the week's got away from me, and trying to film just wasn't happening with sick children in the house. So Rycote Power Station will be a challenge to demolish it. It's next door to East Midlands Parkway Station. No, I won't be going to Getz. I'm going to be at the Warley show. I'll be operating the Inver layout at the Warley show. So I'm there Saturday and Sunday. And I wish I was going to Getz, but not meant to be. Well, you recently done a video on the Swallow Intercity. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I like that livery. It's probably because it's the one I can remember of the time when I lived in the UK in the early 90s. And the regional Sprinter as well. And I probably did see 37s and 47s going around the network, but didn't pay much attention to them. It's funny what catches your eye, you do take a liking to. I think I need to, oh, what was that hot in there? I need to check the back-to-backs on this coach because this one every so often just derails. So, well, as I was saying last week, you also have the problem with the kinetic coupler. Seems to stick sometimes. So I'll check the back-to-backs, give them the wheels a clean, make sure there's nothing on there. Of course, these wheels aren't just free running because they've got the pickups there for the lights. So I'll give that a service and a clean and just see how it looks. There it goes after that. Right, my chat froze. So Mark will be Warley, will be in the main arena on A3. I'm glad you know where I am, Carl, because I have no idea. Barry, good evening. How are you doing, sir? Right, lads, missed the first half. Has had to repair bait for tomorrow's carp fishing at a private lake in Tewkesbury. There's something else I'd have to. There should be a map somewhere. I'm not sure if they got one up on their website yet. Like, I should know, being a Warley Club member and being over there, but actually, I don't think I got anything emailed through, because usually you get an email through with the stuff. Unless it went into my spam folder. What I'll do is I'll have a look after the stream, Anthony, and if I've got anything, I'll send it on to you. Any shortbread on the 156? So I met up with Captain Static. We went to Martin Hill Station just outside Dover to watch Britannia on a steam tour thunder through the station. Oh, that's a video to look forward to, Alan. Should be a floor plan of Warley at Stafford, hopefully by Monday. I'm glad you know, Simon. Because there has been a couple of calls, sort of Zoom calls, on Wednesday evenings, and the past couple of weeks, I've missed them every week. I've just forgotten about it, and it wasn't until after they finished, I thought, oh, damn, I missed that call again. I have a 14XX that seems to struggle. I'll have to service tomorrow and see how it goes. It never stops. Yeah, servicing them is it's usually they just need the wheels and the where they pick up on the wheels needs a good clean, and that usually sorts them out. And also, if it's got like an open type motor, you can get all sorts of bits in there that can cause it to run badly. If I went to Getz, would have to pay for a hotel Saturday night, roughly around 50 quid. For Warley, all I have to pay the driver 30 quid and a Mackey's breakfast. That makes 8 steam tours caught this year, so lucky to pass through Dover. More coming soon. Oh, oh, it's on their Facebook page, is it? I was going to a train show next Saturday. Woo. Just read the Facebook. Oh, here he is, Alan, Dragon Junction. Naughty boy, got a slap on the wrist from YouTube for showing rude videos. I did laugh at that today, Alan, when I watched it. Bit of news in Scotland, they're starting the 5-circle electrification. Only Fan Al. Yeah. As long as nothing has entered Lord Al. Yes. And this paint really doesn't cover very well. So you have to put it on in several coats. That's why I like using the Tamiya for this, because really that white paint is really sort of a mixing paint. It's not a painting paint, I suppose. Of course, I have to go through the thing now of taking off the masking tape, which didn't go great last time. Actually, do you know what? I'm just thinking, I've got one of those, is it Posco pens in white? Doing white lines. This might have actually been better for doing this than this paint. Younger woman for the layout. You want to get banned off YouTube completely, Alan? Yeah, I want to get all this work done on this layout for Modeler's Corner and sort of get it out of here, because then I can get the work done on the 6x4 layout again, get that out of here, by which time we'll be coming up to Christmas and I can check the Christmas layout. I've got to fix a few lights on that and do a little bit of work on it. So I'm taking that to a show the end of November. And then after that, it'll be going into the museum for Christmas. Right, I'm going to leave that to dry. I think that's enough coats. We'll take off the masking tape for the end of the stream and see how that goes. Am I the only lady here tonight? You might be some lurking in the background, Elizabeth. I don't know. Grace sometimes pops her head in. Valerie as well. Yeah, it's around the corner. Let's get Halloween out of the way first, because once Halloween passes, then it's full bore into Christmas. That's the only thing that sort of keeps the cork half in the bottle for Christmas around here is Halloween. And then once that's over, hi Kyan, how you doing? You playing with Opus trains? That new dry weave top sheet changed my life. Yeah, the Christmas word has been said. Hope to see Alan DJ at Gets. Yeah, Alan's going as far as I know. He said did he say he's traveling up on the Friday? Be there for both days? Yeah, who knows my channel? Just out of interest. I'm the Bond girl tonight. I see bonfire night. We don't have that over here, Barry. Christmas cannot start before bonfire night. Yeah, Alan's going for the weekend. Christmas cannot start until we see the Coca-Cola truck advert. Will the snow-covered transit do? Joyce and I might be at Warley and Gets. Failed last year. We'll see if Mother Nature makes it interesting. You'll get here. You might be a bit delayed or whatever. But what I'd do is I'd keep an eye on your flight in case they decide to go early to beat the weather. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, I think I've got all the Coca-Cola stuff that Hornby did. I got the bottle and the closed wagon, the tankers, the little steam 040 steam engine. I'll see, I've got the DMU, which is what runs on the layout. All right, should we put the sound on the Class 43? See if you guys can hear it. It's got a sound chip in the power car and the dummy car. I'm just going to take my mic off and I'll stick it on top of one of the cars and just see if it. That's enough of that. I'll put my mic back on my jacket so I don't forget again. Or I end up in a bloopers reel somewhere. Bonfire night, I give my dog half a pint of bitter, calms him down the end. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I think almost everyone that's in here tonight, Timber, is going to Getz except me, because I'm working a Donegal layout called Inver at the Warley show. It's just a shame the Warley show is on the same weekend as Getz. It's not Warley's doing, it was Stepfold that approached them, and that was the weekend they said. So it clashes, but Tim Musson, how are you doing? I've never returned anything to Kerno. I've had a bit of stuff off them and I've never had any problems, but they'll be hitting you with it instead. Sedated and subdued. Okay, Alan, take care. Enjoy Getz. I would hope they wouldn't be a problem, Tim. I would hope if you contact them and say, look, it's arrived, broken. What can we do? They'll send out a returns label or something. I don't know. If making tracks for being there, I'll pass on Getz. Yeah, like Getz last year was absolutely ridiculous. It was absolutely heaving. I mean, I didn't see all the layouts last year at Getz because it was just so jammed and it was unpleasant. Especially up on the upper levels where it was so jammed, it just... But I don't think it will be busy this year. Because as some people said, the making tracks shine's gone off it a bit now because people have... Why has you stopped? A lot of people have seen it now. Is the panic over on Emmerdale yet? Yeah, where's Joshua? What's the update in Emmerdale? Just got back. Amazon driver couldn't reverse down my lane in the dark. 100 yards an hour and overgrown. Okay, Elizabeth, take care. See you next time, hopefully. See you next week, hopefully, Elizabeth. I hope you get over the COVID completely soon. According to the Hornby live stream, they have taken on board crowd should use more of the space. Right, okay. Brian, the plane crash has ended. Is that what was on Emerald tonight? There was a plane crash. They're like, Emmerdale seemed to have all types of disasters over the years. Yeah, it was. They did stop people coming in, and it was 3-4 deep at it. Simon Jones, good evening. How are you doing? Seth has changed the barrel. Yeah, I think it is Watford Junction, and the cutting and everything's going to be on it. Okay, Anthony, take care. Bye, Cayenne. Let me know. I don't know if you heard me earlier on. If you want any of those wagons or anything, I'll bring them over. If you want the pictures again, I can send them on to you, Anthony. Another round of 5 minutes waiting for a build and 10 minutes trying to get the thing to load. Yeah, Tim, just give them a call and just let them know, or email them or something. I'm sure they'll be fine. Flyman, that's a lie. The man couldn't change a fiver. Yeah, I'm all good here, Simon. I'll just chat with you guys, playing trains. That still feels a little bit tacky. I'm going to leave that to dry for a little bit longer. Yeah, they've got that problem again this year. The MK Dons are playing on the Saturday, so there'll be no parking. Obviously, last year when I went first thing, so the shuttle bus was working. But then I had to wait about half an hour, 45 minutes for the bus after the show to get back to the car park. So that was a bit of a pain. But like they were using vintage buses and things like that. So, you know, one or two was bound to break down. We've got a discussion now going on about Emmerdale. Yeah, these are the platforms for anybody who's joined. These are the platforms I'm making for the Modeller's Corner layout I'm building. There's just 18 mil ply. I've Put some plastic card on the side to act as the walls, and then some plastic card on the top to act as a sort of a flag walkway. I just put some masking tape on here to do a white edge. It hasn't, part of it I can see the the paint has bled underneath. So I don't know how it's gonna gently pull that off. Let's see how that looks. That doesn't look too bad. UK platforms are absurdly high compared to European ones. Are they? I didn't think, when I was in Spain there a couple of weeks ago, I didn't think the platforms were that much higher. Right, let's pull this one off. Doesn't look too bad. You can see there where it sort of bled under, so I can do something about that. It's still a little bit damp, so let's see if I can just wipe some of that off. Yeah, they probably won't show up once I weather them a bit. So I'm going to leave them to dry overnight before I do anything more with them. Just need to give them a bit of weathering on the side, a bit of a black wash, and put some yellow lines on it. I've got some of the, is it Posco or Bosco pens? Repurposed basket from a old dishwasher for all my paint brushes, and there we go. Posco. 0.7 mil. Oh. Leave that out for tomorrow. Oh, those are really folks who didn't get in last year with tickets. Oh. The vintage bus was fine. It was the modern buses that was the problem. What was it really? Graham, it's runway stagecoach this year, so it shouldn't be any problems with the shuttles. Hopefully, I'm staying at the Hilton. Oh, look at you, staying at the Hilton. Ooh. Well, expect. The one thing I found about Milton Keynes last year, there's so many roundabouts. Just every 100 meters or so, there seemed to be another roundabout. Never had any luck with masking tape. Always got bleeding. Yeah, but what I had with the masking tape there is obviously this paint here. I must have put some thinner in it, so it's a lot thinner, watery if you like. So it just ran, because obviously it's not a flat surface because you got the the bits where the mortar goes in. So it sort of ran under there. Yeah, I think Getz was really busy last year because the Making Tracks was there. So maybe a bit of the shine's gone off that a bit now, I think. So maybe there mightn't be such a crowd. But listen, Graham, I've stayed at the Hilton Hotel, fresh waffles in the morning. Huh. Well, it's in Warley. It's a good old travel lodge for me, with probably grabbing a sandwich somewhere in the morning. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not really a fried breakfast sort of person. I 3 Weetabix, that's sort of my breakfast. It's surprising the amount of hotels I go to that don't actually do Weetabix. So you get bran flakes and Rice Krispies and Cheerios and everything else. Okay, Joshua, take care. Just as long as you don't put your paintbrushes in the dishwasher. Keep an eye on my channel to see how you get free entry to the Oscar Model Rail show in November. Okay, put a link up to your channel, Timber. I'm sure everyone here is already a subscriber anyway. Are there any concrete cows left in Milton Keynes? I think there are. Oscar Model Rail. So in November. When in November is that, and where is that in the UK? What large city is it next to or near? An office block after office block and after, yeah. Yeah, I've stayed in the Dundee Hilton, which if you know Dundee, it sounds like a Vietnam prison. I remember once years ago, I had to go and do a job in Glasgow and they booked me into this hotel. Oh my God. All that was missing from my bedroom floor was a chalk outline on the ground where the last guy was. It was such a sketchy, horrible place. It was that bad that they used to come and pick me up in the morning to take me to another hotel to get breakfast. Have you ever looked at this roundabout city? I know Letterkenny's only got 2, 3 roundabouts. This is a roundabout after roundabout for miles. Not missing the first MRC. Is that going to be the official first MRYCG meet, is it? Hermitage Road, good evening. How you doing? Well, my say a big thank you to my channel members whose names should be scrolling down the screen now, hopefully. Picked up a couple of new members last week. Thank you very much, guys. I hope I've got everybody there and haven't missed anyone off. I do have a Travelodge Premier Inn breakfast, but don't do it all the time. Once in a blue moon. Yeah, as I say, I'm not one for breakfast. I just want a bowl of cereal and get on with the day. Daz Faulkner, good evening, Daz. How you doing? I know Peter Webster couldn't get parked up last year. After a 2-hour drive down, he turned around and went home. Really? I was near Crewe, is it? I can't complain. I've had thousands of Hilton breakfasts. I used to always like when the company I was working for put me in the double tree with their warm cookie tray. When you checked in, you got a warm cookie. Crewe, 9th and 10th of November. Ooh, yeah, I'm not going to be able to make that because the 9th is my daughter's birthday. And I think I've said I was going away again to another show that I would never be seen again. Somebody committed a murder in that room. This marks the first official meets and stuff for 2019. Huh. Simon was right, 9th and 10th of November, right. Parked outside M&S last year. Oh, and you didn't get a ticket? Katie Jackson, how you doing? Very welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well, Kelsey. Do you have a model railway or an interest in model railways? Or did you just come across this stream randomly and wondering what the hell's going on? Yeah, as Brian says there, hi Katie, welcome to the madhouse. Yes. Although we haven't had RGJ trains in, it usually the stream goes downhill when they arrive. Rails of H&I mics for 109. My finger may have slipped on a buy button. Oh. It was your daughter's birthday as well, the 9th of November. Don't think a birthday present to Crewe is a good idea. I'll run that one by her, see what she thinks. I'm taking you away for the weekend, Anna. Katie, you don't need a lot of space. If you look back at my video from a week or two ago of the Enniskillen show, you will see a couple of small layouts that fit on a shelf that people model and use. I mean, if you've got a 4-foot space, 4 foot by 1 foot, you could have a model railway on that. You could have a little shunting layout. And it all depends on the scale you use as well. And have a look at, or get Brian to put up his website. He does a lot of decent models that he sells, secondhand models that he services himself, still are working, and they're all very, very reasonably priced. So yeah, as Brian says, it isn't, Katie, and it depends on your budget. Hi, Jerry. How are you doing? Yeah, it's as Hot Dog Pilot Andy says, it's not that difficult. You have a bash. We all started somewhere, and I know my first layouts weren't great. And the thing is, yeah, there is maybe a certain expense, but you don't go and spend that money all in one go, because a model railway can take you ages to build. It can take you, yes, you could probably do it in a couple of months, but it's a hobby. You do a little bit, spend a couple of hours a week on it, and you spend a bit of money, and you build it up over 6 months to 12 months, you know? So it's not as if you're spending all that money in one go. It's a gradual spend. It's Thursday, Jerry. Jerry, I don't know what day it is by the live streams. It was a bit like that for probably for all of us during the COVID lockdowns. You knew what day it was by what live stream you were watching. Mrs. Metcalf, Mrs. Metcalf, Mrs. Metcalf. Nope, no RTJ trains. Well, usually if I mention stockings, she appears. Katie, you know, you can build what you want. To say the best thing, depending on where you are in the world, if there's any local train shows on, go there and you'll see everything from big layouts to tiny shelf layouts, and it'll give you some inspiration. Chris Values is 56. I was a model railway idiot when I started in lockdown, but all the info is online these days, and I'm amazed at what I achieved with such limited skills. See, that's the thing is, when you start building the layout, you usually start at one end and work your way around. By the time you get to the end, you've learned some new skills, and you think, "Oh, I could do that better now," and you just keep going around, improving it all the time. And you go to shows and you see different ideas, and you see little things that you can make little dioramas out and add to it and everything. It's just. Okay, Simon, take care. Do call in again. Yes, we always have another half that summons us. I need my phone to tell me what day it is. Yeah. I need my phone for reminders for different things, just so I know what I'm going, where I'm supposed to be. Because, you know, having kids, there's so many appointments and parent evenings and all sorts of things going on. There's the link for the train set shop. Miniature Wonderland and T-Gauge would fit in one room. Northamptonshire, but she's a Lancashire lass. Yeah, as Brian says, there's a couple of shows coming up, so you should attend one. The other thing, Katie, is find out if there's any local model railway clubs to you, and go along. You'll probably have some stuffy old members that we would call rivet counters, but the majority of people in clubs are friendly and want more people in the hobby and will point you in the right direction. Yeah, I don't know where Maurora is tonight. She usually pops in. Tommy, since I retired, the phrase "what's a weekend" comes to mind. Is there a rail-related live stream on Tuesdays? Hi usually does one on Tuesdays, doesn't he? Although he hasn't done one recently because he's had the new pup. Whereas you got Jenny Monday. Hi used to do one Tuesday. I think someone else used to do one Tuesday. Then Wednesday you've got Trains in the Attic. Richard does one, and also the what's her name usually does one Wednesday as well. Oh, I can't remember her name now. Then you've me on Thursday. Jason's usually on after me on Thursdays, but he's taking a break at the moment. And you've got Anthony on Friday. Coming up this weekend, it's the first Saturday of the month. So we have Brian, you're doing your monthly waffle this Saturday, Brian. And then you'd have RGJ Trains on after that. And then Andy does one on Sunday about 1 o'clock usually. Hot Dog Pilot, Andy. And Dave Swindon Junction. He used to do one on Sunday, hasn't done one for a while. Or has he? And I've just been missing it. And then Alan Buckland Junction. He does one Sunday evening sometimes. And JMC also does one Sunday evening sometimes as well. So there's usually someone on every week or on every day. The train set shop is open 24/7. Not seen Sparky for a while. Yeah, I haven't actually seen anything from Sparky. I seen a video from there a week or two ago where he put was putting up a point on his helix because he was doing some work on another level, so he wanted it to be able to go around on the other levels. Are you on that computer again? Well, see, it doesn't matter what live stream you go into, you will see Flymo. And if he doesn't have a spanner after his name, there's something wrong. Super Tarts, good evening. How are you keeping? David from Trains on Tuesday from Canada is coming to get. All right. So how long did this setup take to make? Well, in the cameras on the right and left, that's a 6x4 layout. I built that during lockdown with my kids, and so obviously lockdown, a lot more time on my hands. I think it probably took about 6 months. I mean, if you go back to my very first video, it's the making the baseboard for that one, and you can follow all the videos through. Yeah, probably 6 to 12 months. I can't really remember, to be honest. And then I've moved house a couple of times since then, which everyone will be able to tell you. And the current setup on the other two cameras is the one I'm currently building. That's going to take me another 18 months to 2 years to finish. You know, because, you know, obviously I have kids and I work and it's a hobby. So you find time to do it. And as I say, this time of year when it's darker in the evenings and you can't get out and do much, it's more of a model railway hobby. It's more of a winter hobby. Well, there we go. There's a link to the UK Model Shops directory for shows. It's only when I come up against people like me that I clash. SJ TrainWorld, that's who I was singing, Simon, yeah. And Dawn Quest, that's I couldn't remember on Wednesday, yeah. Oh, he's working on a car, is he? Okay. Well, I was thinking of doing a Wednesday evening. Oh. Yeah, like Flymo says, it's an ongoing thing on Model Railway. Like the 6x4 there, I'm actually going to do some more work on it because I'm changing the houses and things like that on it. So it's an ongoing, like the thing is a Model Railway is never finished because you're always working at it, improving it, making changes. And like for me, the enjoyment is building a Model Railway and getting everything working. Because once you've done that, you keep fiddling with it and changing bits. And Brian's put up a link to his channel for the Saturday waffle, the monthly waffle. Okay, Brian, take care. One to three on a Wednesday. Is that what you're going to do, Alan? I could probably pop in for a little while during my lunch break. Oh, Carl's going to be at the Great Central Railway Steam Gala on Sunday. Oh, very nice. How often do I'm on every Thursday, 7:30. Well, I'll say that apart from holidays and that sort of thing, but I'm on most Thursdays. I usually do 7:30 to 8:30, and then Jason Barnabas Junction comes on after me at 8:30 to maybe 10, half 10. But Jason's not on at the moment, so I usually stay on to about 9 o'clock. Father-in-law day, I'm afraid. Don't get to see Dawn either. Ah. Yeah, as Flymo puts there, I'm part of the Donegal Railway Heritage Centre in Donegal Town. It's a museum dedicated to the 3-foot railway that used to run in Donegal. Brian there is live once a month. That's Finnerton Central Model Railway. He goes the first Saturday every month, usually at 6 o'clock, isn't it, Brian? Yeah, if you do start a Model Railway, Kathy, come along to the live streams. A lot of people on here do their own live streams. If you've got a question, come in, ask it. You know, as I say, the only stupid question is the one that you didn't ask. You know, because it's, you know, we all have to start somewhere. We're all a friendly bunch here. Oh, Flymo's putting up the links to my other channels. Yes, I also have a cooking channel and doing a sort of out and about channel as well. I don't know where I find the time, to be honest. I still like how I did the hill out of bubble wrap. Yeah, see, Simon, that's it when I do the hill. It's cardboard formers and then whatever you have at hand. It could be just scrunched up newspaper or bubble wrap or something. As long as it's clean and dry, put it in there and give the shape. So I enjoy running trains more than making it, but I've enjoyed making the things I have so far. Yeah, like I enjoy making it and running trains. Don't get me wrong, there's times you get frustrated and you think, why won't this work? And when it gets like that, that's when you walk away, switch off the light and go and watch some TV or do something else and come back to it later. See, you've had the YouTube police after you. Thank you very much, Gahi. Mark Hemmeldown Model Railway, how are you doing, sir? I haven't seen you for ages. Everything okay with you, sir? Hope you're keeping well. How's that layout going in the attic? Yeah, as Alan says, we'll even show you on a video. That's what I like to do. As I did it last month or the month before, I put up a question and done some videos for people. Like Mav wanted to know about DCC. He had some questions about it, so I've done a video on it for him. There's a couple of, I can't even remember what the other videos were now. I've one still to do for someone. Yeah, one was working DC, so I've done a video on it. And I have to do, I've got a DCC concepts controller to do DCC control of points, which I will be doing. It's probably going to be a month or two before I get around to doing it. So, and even if you come onto a live stream like this, you ask a question, sometimes it's easier for me just to show you instead of, you know, tapping out an answer or whatever. Yeah, brown wrapping paper, old wallpaper, whatever you can find. And the good thing about that is once you've made it, and as long as you got access to the back, you can just pull the stuff out again because the plaster will keep the shape. Oh, sorry to hear that, Mark, but I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. Back on the layout on YouTube. Excellent. Looking forward to it. I hope you got some videos coming out soon, Mark. Just keep them on their toes. Love the Delta. When I was a kid, used to call them the egg yolk train because of the yellow front. Yeah, as Brian finished says, Kathy, no question is stupid, just ask anything. Of course, that's the other argument you'll have, is whether to do DCC or DC. Now, Brian is DC, and obviously Tim there says DCC. As Stas says there, have a look at his videos for Engage. And as Brian says, who doesn't like a Delta? No layout progress in 4 months. Back to it next week, though. That's good to hear, Mark. So I did have a look a week or two ago, I think, and I was thinking, I haven't heard anything from Mark, and I seen there was nothing posted, and I thought, what's happened? Yeah, as Brian says, he's doing his monthly waffle on Saturday at 6. Got ATP and stuff. Hashtag Brian loves DCC. I know, Timber. Anyway, it's just gone 9 o'clock there, so I'm going to call it a night, guys. Hopefully I'll be back next Thursday. If I get this video done in my lunch break, whatever, tomorrow, it'll be out tomorrow. It'll probably be out sometime over the weekend. Back next Thursday. Say I'm at Warley that weekend. So if anybody hears about Warley, it'd be great to catch up with you. And the rest of you, have a great time at Getz, but I'll be speaking to you next Thursday, hopefully anyway. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I really like these Thursday evenings, just chatting with you guys and running some trains. So I will be back. I'll just run the channel members. Big thank you for you guys for supporting the channel. Don't forget Brian on Saturday at 6 o'clock for his monthly waffle, and check out the train set shop as well. So thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm not sure if that played or not. And there's the channel members. Thanks to them for their support. And if you want to come on, links are down below. But I'm going to end the stream there now, guys. Thanks very much. And I will catch you all next week. Take care, everyone. If I don't see you next week, I'll see you in the stream somewhere else. Bye, everyone.